Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So today, I wanted to have a discussion about the new Grimm, the Apathy. I wanted to go into their abilities, where they came from, and actually, what was the inspiration behind the Apathy, and some other little facts about them as well, that you may not know about. So, sit back, relax, I hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. The Apathy were creatures that were actually foreshadowed within the chapter The Coming Storm, and then right afterward we did see them come into the chapter Alone in the Woods, in which they actually began to affect everyone around them. And as we start to learn about the mystery of Brunswick Farms, we learn that the owner, Martleby, he actually brought two of the Apathy into his cellar to actually try to calm the residents so that they actually would not bring other Grimm to their location. And while this seemed like it would have been an interesting idea, the Apathy are creatures that have very interesting abilities from other Grimm. And so let's start by actually talking about the abilities of the Apathy. The Apathy themselves, they have the ability to basically drain a person's will. So if you have the will to, for example, live, you have the will to complete a goal, anything of that sort, the Apathy will drain that until there is actually nothing left. Not only do the Apathy have this ability, but the Apathy also have the ability to use a scream or a screech that weakens their prey by draining their will. So not only are they starting off by remotely draining your will, but at the very same time, they also drain it through the screech even further. So trying to fight an Apathy is actually so bad to the point that if they start screeching, it could actually come to where you're just in a weakened state till you either just fall unconscious or fall asleep, and then you could potentially even die while unconscious due to the Apathy continuously draining will, not just through the screaming, but remotely doing so itself. And we did get to see this whenever the Apathy were just remotely draining the abilities of the cast. We saw that everybody just started to lose inspiration to really just do anything. It's like when Blake and Oscar were actually talking about breakfast and about how, oh, I don't feel like making breakfast. Do you? Nah, how about you make it? They didn't want to make it, and it shows that it's the will that they're taking away to even want to do anything. So it's not just wanting to have specific will towards something, it's any and all will that they actually drain. Now, one thing that could immediately be interesting to think about is a bit of a speculation I have here, and it's when Weiss and Yang were also apologizing about giving up and about what they said, and then Blake even makes the statement that it wasn't them talking, it was the Apathy making them say such things. So, one thing that we haven't really been told, but it just seems like is present, is that they may have some sort of hypnotic effect over an individual, that they can make them say certain things or do certain things. It's like when Weiss was talking about how she thought it was pointless to go to Atlas, or when Yang was also telling RWBY that they should just throw the relic in the well and just be done with it. And it seemed as if that was just a hypnotic spell they started to actually have over the characters, because as these Grimm automatically just take away their will, at the same time it seemed like it was just trying to make them exhausted to the point of death. And like Blake stated, it was the Apathy saying it, not them. And that could have been the point. And when these characters start saying these certain things, it seems like when Yang, Weiss, and Blake were just trying to tell RWBY to get rid of the relic, it seemed like their eyes were just dilated, or it just seemed like they just looked lifeless to a sense. And it just seemed like they were having everything just told to them to say to RWBY to try to encourage her to throw the relic right into the well. And then when you actually see the scene where RWBY is debating on whether or not she should throw it in the well, she starts saying that she's tired, and then she starts to think about actually just giving up and throwing it in the well just like everyone else. So it's kind of a question as to whether these Grimm can also manipulate the minds of others to do what they want them to do as well, to make them just give up. Now, there are a few facts about the Apathy that I thought were very interesting. Miles himself had actually stated that the idea for the story of the Apathy pack in the Brunswick Farms actually had existed before Volume 1 was even written. Therefore, the idea of the Apathy was all the way back before Volume 1, and Miles had also stated that this Grimm was actually his favorite Grimm, and that the Apathy were originally supposed to appear within Volume 4, but then they changed the idea of that. Also, the Apathy screams, or those screeches you also hear, and its effects are actually supposed to be based off the Redeads from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. When you go into the future and you see those zombie-like people, those are Redeads, and that's actually what the scream is based off of. And if you kind of think about it, these things actually kind of look like they're based off of it, and it was actually Kerry Shawcross's idea to actually use that as the idea for the scream. And so the sound designer, who was Chris Kokinos, also added a variety of animal sounds in which they sounded similar for what they used for the Nuka-Lave, and that was actually a pretty cool idea that they had there as well. And Patrick Rodriguez created the first designs for the Apathy, which he stated that had forced him to take breaks as he kept scaring and depressing himself. He originally imagined it skittering about and with the sound of its own bones hitting against the surfaces. And that idea was actually scrapped over time. But I have to say that I think that the Apathy was actually a cool creature, and trying to be based off the emotion of apathy, which really is basically the lack of interest or enthusiasm or concern in anything. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and share this with your friends if you found this informative or useful. Well, anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.